Monday morning. Get your body moving just a little bit. I guess the fingers move if you're petting a cat. Yep. All right, so we're just gonna shake, shake. Whew. And then come to standing. Let's find mountain pose and line everything up, starting with the feet, all four corners of the feet, nice and grounded here. Nice energy through the legs. Okay. And the hips over the ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, everything's lined up. Now check to see where your neck is and your head. So you want your chin basically, in line with the floor, not tucked down and not looking up, and turn your palms forward and let's breathe. And just, since we're standing up and the breath can flow very smoothly, let's take a nice exhale, pressing belly button towards spine, and then always through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, make your body large. Exhale. Inhale, make your body large. Exhale. And do that 2 more times, letting the breath just move through your body, expanding everything, bringing vitality. All right, and then just let your breath come back to normal. Also, since we're heading toward the full moon, we're going to work some extra balance this morning. So as we expand the breath more with the arms, we'll add a little balance to that. Palms out, inhale, feet grounded, arms up, shoulders staying away from the ears, palms touch, and hands come heart center. That's our basic move. Now we're going to add the little balance. Hands by your side, inhale up, palms touch, right heel lifts, and release. Inhale up, left heel lifts as the hands come to the heart. It's Monday, it's early, we're going to do right heel, left heel 2 more times. Right heel, left heel, right heel, left heel. And now we'll try double heels. Inhale, hands to heart, 2 heels. Release. And 1 more time. And shake things out. So we just told the body, yeah, definitely we're going to be working on balance today. Okay, so let's balance out our spine with some cats and cows. All right, let your hands come to your thighs and round forward into the cat. And then let your hands roll up your thighs, shoulders back without dropping the head back into the cow. So it's forward and back. And the knees and hips are moving naturally here. And the next time you're forward in your cat, just hold here, take a breath, and then roll your hands up your legs. Okay. All right, so let's get some movement in the shoulders. Take your feet wider than hip width distance apart. Turn your toes out. Okay, and we're going to let the knees and hips once again move naturally. That's going to help wake us up. Okay, we're going to take the right arm to the left, back, up and around. Again, to the left, back, up and around. And one more time, to the left, back, up and around. Now we're going to take it in the other direction. We're still going left, but we're going to go backwards. Okay, so to the left, back, up and around. To the left, back, up and around. To the left, back, up and around. Okay, let's try that to the other side. Left arm goes right, back, up and around. Right, back, up and around. Right, back, up and around. And now we're going, taking the arm back. So let's do this a couple times. Right, right, back, right, now up and around. Right, back, right, now up and around. And right, back, right, now up and around. Oh. All right, and shake those shoulders out. Take your feet back to hip width distance apart. Okay, so we are, we're going to start working side to side for the body, arms up, interlace your fingers. Now notice what your shoulders just did. Did they do this? If they did, relax them. Try and straighten your arms, keeping your shoulders down, but if that doesn't work, bend your elbows. The hands, the fingers are interlaced with the index fingers pointed up. Inhale, feet are grounded, and we just start very gently. Little tilt to the left and up, to the right and up. We're giving the body some clue of what we're asking it to do here. And then, as the body starts to get used to this, you can go at your own pace. Maybe you start to go a little deeper. Notice what's happening with your feet here. The feet stay grounded. So as we go to the left, that right foot presses even more into the mat. And take it up, and as we go to the right, the left foot presses even more. Okay, we don't want the foot following the arms. Okay, so just keep going side to side. And find where your end point is. How far over will you be going right now for this particular moment in your practice? And the next time you go over to the left, stay at your end point and just, without moving anything else, just turn your gaze to look up. Turn your gaze back to center, take it up, and we go over to the right, keeping the left foot grounded, just turning the gaze up, center, take it up, and let's shake things out. Whew, down and up. Just releasing, releasing. Shake it out. All right, so we're going to work on some twisting here. The feet are going to be wider than hip width distance. A little bend to the knee here. And remember, we're twisting from the torso. Your shoulders move, your hips try and stay forward. Okay, so take your right arm up to shoulder height. And you can follow your fingers with your gaze. Start to take the right arm out to the side. And as far back as it feels comfortable to go right now, follow your fingers back to the front. We're going to the right again, open. And this left hand is just going to rest on the left leg. Yeah, looking good. Come back forward. We open to the right. Just one arm. And back to center. And one more time, follow your gaze to the right. Stay here. Breathe. I meant follow your fingers. Your gaze follows your fingers. And your right arm comes forward. All right, let's do that on the left. Left arm forward, right hand to the right leg. Follow your fingers to the left. So your twist might expand as you do it several times. And it may stay in the same place. Just try and keep your hips forward, open to the side, open. Yeah, sometimes I turn forward to look at you, but you keep following your fingers. And last time to the left, open. Stay here for a breath. And come center and release, shake things out. All right, let's come to mountain pose and see if our energy is starting to build a little bit now. Great. And we're going to come to the back of the mat. All right. Let's come down and up a few times. So as though you were coming into chair, lift and take it down. Chair and down. Try and keep your chest lifted. Better to lift the chest and take the arms less high than to drop the chest and try and get the arms by the ears. Does that make sense? Yeah, lift and down. Good. And then come back to standing. We inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive from the hip creases. This is our first swan dive, so see where your hands go. Maybe start at the thighs and start to walk down a bit, and just stop where your body is telling you to stop right now. Walk your hands up to your thighs. Set your hips back, so a half lift. It's like that chair, but the hands are on the thighs. Sink your hips down, put your hands to the mat, and start to walk forward to down dog. Remember, you could be using a chair, you could have your hands on the wall. You are in down dog here. And let's bend one knee and then the other, very intentionally rolling through the feet all the way to the toes, pressing the heel down. This is very energy building. And then take one heel down and hold. And take the other heel down and hold. Take both heels down and hold. And we're going to bring the knees to the mat. Come on up for a moment and just shake your hands out. So we just want to shake the hands and the wrists out. Make sure you have padding for your knees if that's something that your surface or your knees are just calling for, because we're going to be doing bird dog, opposite arm, opposite leg. So let's come back to table. Again, if this is a wrist issue for you, you could be doing this standing up. Hips are square. Float your right leg up and square your hips again, because they have a tendency to want to do this. Flex your back foot with the toe pointed down. Float your left arm up by your ear. Yes. Bring your hand down, and here we go. Other leg, other side. Hips are square, back foot is flexed. Opposite arm up by the ear. Yes. A lot of things are happening here. It seems easy, but a lot is going on. And place your hand and your knee back down. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Maybe all together, right leg and left arm, same time, float it up, square your hips, flex your foot, toes point down, arm by the ear. Now, really feel that stretch. Press through your heel, your back heel, and through your front fingertips. And release. And then on the other side, float it up, left leg, right arm. Foot flexes, hips are square. Press through the hips and the front fingertips. Get a super stretch. Good. And let's sit off to the side and come to seated mountain pose. Shake out a little if you want. Shake out your wrists. Move the legs around a little bit. Okay, inhale. Could you feel how much work there was in that bird dog, right? And the stretching. Okay, so let's find seated mountain pose. And we're going to breathe in energy, lengthening the spine, and breathe out, lengthening the spine as well. So hands by your side, spine is long, palms are up. Inhale, float the arms up. Feel the energy rise. Arms overhead. And now turn your palms out, and even as you bring your hands down, back down to the earth, with long arms, feel your spine continue to lengthen. And go ahead and do that 2 more times. And when you're done, shake things out. So both those things that we just did are super great for a nice posture, nice and tall posture when you're standing up. And another thing that's super great, yes, is working on the core. So let's get to our boat, shall we? Why, yes, we shall. Feet are hip width distance, knees are bent, okay? So we're going to go through a few iterations here. The arms are forward, and now let's just take it back, back, back. You feel your core engage. Maybe you go back a little farther where you feel your core challenge. Now the arms are reaching forward, but draw the shoulders in line with the hips here. And take it up. Did that make sense? Because I caught a glimpse of me and I saw what was happening. Let's do this again. See how my shoulders are hunching forward because my arms are reaching? Bring your shoulders in line with your hips, and now let's take it back, back, back. Good, and up. Okay, that's one version of the boat. You can stay with that. And now we'll add a leg. So take it back, extend your right leg, the heel hovers, bring the right foot down. Take it back, extend your left leg, left heel hovers, and take it down. We'll do that again. Right leg, right foot down, left leg extends, left foot down, and let's shake things out. And the final version, is to have the knee up. So we're going to go 4 times on the right, 4 times on the left, whether you're going back and leaving both feet grounded, or coming back to foot down, or you start with your knee up, half high boat on the right, and we're all going into our version of low boat, and then come back up. Take it down, and up. Good, take it down, and up. And this is our 4th time on the right. And release, shake it out. Okay, everybody okay? We're good to go on the left. Left knee up, or the feet might stay down. Okay, extend the leg or not. Take it left and up. Nice and slow, left. And it's better to do 4 slow ones than 24 really fast ones. We accomplish a lot more. And down and up. Woo, and shake it out. All right. So we're going to do a double leg version, and then we'll do standing obliques. So here's a double leg version without moving your feet. Arms are forward, let's all do this. Take it back and open your arms, bring them forward and up. You could totally do that. You could take it back, extend both legs, heels hover, and bring your feet down to the mat. You could start with 2 knees up, take it down, and up. All right, whatever ones you tried, pick your favorite one that you want to do 4 times. Ready? Here we go. High boat, low. High boat, low boat. High boat, low boat. This is the last one. Whichever version you're doing, bring it up and shake it out, release. All right, inhale and exhale. Everybody okay? So we're going to work, good, we're going to work on the hips now. Let's first take the legs straight, shake things out. Okay, and you can do this with your feet down on the mat, cross your right ankle over your left, or you could do it with your feet lifted. Okay, we're going to take the arms up, right ankle is crossed in front of left, palms face forward. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. You'll start to feel your right hip. Inhale up, cross the opposite direction, left ankle over right, and take it down. So again, you could be working with your toes on the mat or your feet lifted as we cross, come up and down. And this is letting the body know, okay, the hips, we're working hips now. So we're just going smoothly up and down, inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you fold forward. All right, we started with the right side, so the next time your right ankle is in front, stay here for a moment. Right ankle in front. Now we take it down and hold. You're pressing your fingers into the mat, shine your heart forward, and then exhale, feel that right hip, and see if those fingers want to wiggle a little farther forward, maybe, maybe not. Feeling that right hip. Now press your palms into the mat, gaze up as you inhale and walk your hands 2 steps over to the right. Inhale, exhale, melt to the right. Now you can feel already that nice long stretch in the left side. Walk your right fingertips away so you get some stretch in the right side as well. And then with long arms, bring your hands back to center, press palms in, gaze up, inhale, exhale, melt. Come up slightly, walk the hands 2 steps over to the left, walk the left fingertips away, inhale and exhale. Come back to center one more time. Press palms, look forward. Inhale, exhale, walk fingertips out. And then slowly start to walk your hands back to center. Sit up. Okay, and notice how that right hip feels. Maybe take the legs straight. That's a very dramatic cross for the legs, so give things a little shake. See how your right leg is doing. Take the hip out to the side and back. All right, so let's get the left hip, shall we? All right, arms up. Left ankle is in front, palms forward. Inhale. Exhale, palms to the mat, gaze past your fingertips. We're staying here, just same thing we just did. Press your palms into the mat, gaze forward. See if those fingertips want to move a little more. Say good morning to your left hip. Press palms into the mat. Take your hands over to the left, 2 steps over to the left. Walk the left fingertips away. Long spine, come forward. Press your palms into the mat, gaze forward, and melt. Lift slightly, hands to the right. Walk the right fingertips away. And come back to center. One last time. Press in, shine the heart forward. Inhale, exhale, walk the fingertips away. And slowly walk your hands back. Uncross the legs. Give them a nice little shake. Check in with your left hip. See how things are doing. Good. And let's come back to seated mountain pose for a moment. Feel the length of the spine, the strength of the core, and the flexibility and openness of the hips. All those things we just worked on. Good. And shake it out. We're coming to hands and knees. Okay, padding as needed and desired. Remember, this could be done at a chair or at the wall too. Arms are forward. We're going to come into a knee down plank. And from knee down plank, it's a push up and hips back. We're going nice and slow here. Knee down plank, push up, strengthening the arms, and hips back. Yes, knee down plank, looking good, push up. And the next time you go through the series and your hips go back, bring your big toes together, knees wide apart, and find your child's pose. Remember, we always want the head resting, whether it touches the mat or rests on your hands. All right, and let's go ahead and make your way to downward facing dog. Nice mindful journey to down dog. Oh, see how this dog feels. And then take any journey you like to get your feet to your hands. And when you get your feet by your hands, bring your hands to your thighs. Shine your heart forward for a half lift. Folding over the hip creases, forward fold. You can let your hands roll down your legs. See if anything feels different between this and the first one that we did. It may not. We're observing. We're not forcing and we're not judging. Now think about your feet being super grounded, super heavy, okay? And your upper body being light as a feather. We're going to put the hands to the hips, come halfway up, okay? And this is challenging, but take your arms out by the shoulders and then up by your ears. Now remember, the upper body's light as a feather, so just float up with long arms. There it is, and bring your hands down by your side and shake it out. So there's a lot of strength required to come up with long arms, but we can visualize ourselves easeful, right, and graceful. So let's shake it out and come into our sun salutations, all right? Oh, let's take a few breaths first. You guys have been working hard. Take a couple of breaths and make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, here's your swan dive. Doesn't matter how low the hands go. What matters is the spine stays long. You fold from the hip creases. Hands to the thighs, shine your heart forward, sinking the hips down, hands to the mat, right leg back into a lunge. And then find your way into a knee up or knee down plank, whatever suits you right now. And let's chaturanga down, nice and strong. All right, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Without using the hands, shine your heart forward. Baby cobra here, hands are light, release. Okay, now take your hands down just a few inches below the shoulders and shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. This time use your hands to lift a little higher. And release. Okay, hands back under the shoulders, take it to downward facing dog. Good, and in that down dog, you're just going to raise your right leg just like we did in the bird dog. Keep the hips level, flex the foot. Now can you balance between two hands and one foot here? And then step your right foot forward and take the rest of your journey to the top of the mat. Take a half lift, forward fold. Remember, the lower body is super strong and heavy. The upper body is light. Arms float out and up. Inhale, upward salute, palms touch, hands come heart center. All right, take a couple of breaths at the top of your mat. And we're going to do that on the other side. Any questions about what we just did? Everybody good to go on the other side? Okay. All right. Mountain pose. And let's just observe how the body is feeling right now. Left to right. Nice tall mountain pose here, feet are grounded. Here we go. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Hips are staying over the ankles. Hands go where they belong right now. Half lift. Sink the hips, hands down. This time we step back with the left, coming into that lunge. And then find your plank. Knees up or down as long as it's strong. Good. Looking great. And chaturanga down. It's like those push-ups we did earlier, but this time we come all the way down. Okay, so take your hands a couple of inches down from the shoulders and lift into that little deeper cobra. And release. Now take your hands under your shoulders and lift into a less deep cobra. And release. All right, and find your way to downward facing dog. Good. And from your dog, you're going to this time take your left leg up. Keep those hips nice and square. Remember, you could always be at a wall or a chair, right? Keep those hips nice and square. Flex your left foot, toes point down. Step forward and continue till your feet and your hands are at the same place. Take a half lift, forward fold. And from this forward fold, light as air in the upper body, float the arms out and up. Palms touch and hands come heart center as you're ready, and shake things out. All right, let's take a couple of breaths here and just notice how things are moving, flowing through the body. Okay, So remember at the beginning of our practice, we started playing with balance. So we're going to go back to that. The feet are hip-width distance apart. All four corners of the feet are grounded here, right? Okay. So we're going to inhale the arms up, exhale, hands to the heart, right heel. Inhale the arms up, exhale, left heel. Okay, and now fixing your gaze on something that doesn't move, right? We'll try the knee. Inhale, right knee. Take it down. Inhale, left knee. If the knee isn't working for you, stick with the heels. Here we go. Up and right. Up and left. Release. Okay, so by now you have a sense of how your balance is. We're going to add on, whether you're doing heel or knee, it's up and right side, stay here. Now extend your arms, just this movement, right? Inhale and exhale, bring the arms back overhead and release down. Inhale, left side, heel or knee. Extend the arms, bring your arms overhead, hands to heart, left foot comes down. One more time on each side. Inhale, right knee up, arms open, arms overhead, hands down, foot down. Inhale, left knee up, arms open, arms overhead, hand down, foot down, and come to mountain pose and see how everything is feeling. And let's shake things out. We're moving to obliques. So we're going to take the legs wider than hip width distance apart. Let the knees and hips bend. The knees are going out over the toes. The feet stay square, and by square, I mean outer toe mound is in contact with the mat, inner toe mound is in contact with the mat, outer heel is in contact, inner heel is in contact. Okay, keeping the feet just like that. Let's take the knees out, stay here, and we're going to bring the hands behind the head without pushing it forward. Take it to the right and up. Now long arms right and up. Take it to the left and up. Now long arms and up. Straighten your legs. We're going to bend the knees, go elbows right, straighten the legs, come up. Bend the knees, long arms right, straighten the knees, come up. Bend the knees, elbows left, come up, bend long arms, and up to the right, and up, long arms, and up to the left, and up, long arms, and up. Okay, we're going to go to the right and stay there. Bend. Now arms long behind the head. Arms long behind the head. Arms long behind the head. One more. Arms long behind the head and come up. Take it to the left. Stay here. Arms long behind the head. Long and in. Long and in. Last time. Long and in. Bring it up. Inhale, exhale. Shake everything out. Whew. How you guys doing? We good? All right, so let's do a nice little warrior two, okay? Good for balance and also nice and settling. So the legs now are super wide. And by that, if you take your arms out and you think about that anatomical drawing that we've seen, your ankle is under your wrists. As much as possible, you're this wide. Okay, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your right toes to the right. Turn your left toes in at an angle. Bend your right knee so it's over your right ankle. Okay. Look to see that your right knee is headed through the center of your foot. If your foot is all four corners of the foot, that's going to happen. Take your shoulders over your hips. Check this back hip. Make sure it's not doing this. It's level. Arms out. Arms are in line with shoulders. Okay, that's looking good, but check your back arm and make sure it's not dragging down. Yeah. Yes, right in line with the shoulder. Good adjustment. And now take your gaze past your right fingertips. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to move in and out of this a little bit, so just straighten your right leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Look forward. Open back up into Warrior Two. And straighten, look forward. Open back up. Straighten, look forward. Open and hold. And bring your hands to your hips. Turn your feet. If your legs need a break, give them one. Otherwise, we're keeping them wide. Left toes are forward. Right toes are in at an angle, knee over ankle, tracking through the center of the left foot, shoulders over hips, arms in line with shoulders. Looking good, yes. Inhale and exhale. We're in Warrior Two. So where's the balance in this? The balance is between the hard and the soft. So the lower body, super strong, super engaged. Upper body, light, just like we've been working on in our forward folds, right? Gaze past your left fingertips. And we come center, left leg straightens, hands to heart. And open. Center. And open. Center. And open. Last time we come center, open, and staying in Warrior Two, gazing past the left fingertips. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn all 10 toes forward, and we're folding over the hip creases here. Hands to heart. And just slowly let yourself come into a forward fold, keeping the hips over the ankles. See how far the body wants to go right now. And just stop wherever that is. So maybe your heart is higher than your hips, or maybe you've gone lower. Wherever that is, release your hands to your legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. We're taking a breath here. We're thinking about the lower half of the body being super strong, super grounded as the arms come out to the side by the ears. Upper body light as a feather, lifts up. Inhale. Yes. Exhale, hands down. Heel toe your legs together and shake everything out. Okay, so we're going to start to tap into the body, your body, what needs to wiggle or move. And as you do that, look around your space. Is there anything you need for when we start coming back down to the mat? Do you need something to cover up? Do you need a little pillow? All right. And then when you're all together, come to the top of your mat. And with the feet hip width distance, square off your feet. See if you can feel the balance, right to left, up and down. Take a few breaths here. And then float the arms up. Inhale, exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Hands down, find your way to down dog. If you're done with down dog, come to table. Either way, we're going to let the hips move side to side. And then bring the knees down, come into seated mountain. Nice and tall here, seated mountain. And shake things out. Let's do a few nice soft forward folds. Float the arms up and just melt. And you're just going to do this 1 or 2 more times, depending on how long you want to stay in your forward fold. We're just going to do it for a little period of time. And then start to think about coming gently up. So roll your hands up your legs and come back to seated. Give everything a little shake as we work our way down to the mat. So we're going to roll the spine down. Inhale and exhale. All right, now when you get here, both arms and both legs go long. Inhale. Exhale, draw just the right leg in. If that left knee wants to bend and the foot come to the mat, let it. We're going to hold on to the right leg, shin or hamstring. Waking that hip back up. Extend both arms and both legs, and this time the left leg comes in. Extend both arms and both legs, and this time both knees come in. Full Apanasana here, wind removing pose. All right, now release, bring your feet to the mat, hip width distance apart, and open and close your knees. Little gentle butterfly wings. All right, now that we've woken the hips back up, we're going to give them a real treat. Take your right ankle across your left thigh. We're doing reclined pigeon, and we're going to be holding it. So let's make sure we're set up properly. The right foot is flexed, okay? Draw your legs in towards you. Press that right knee away from your face, and then take your right hand in between your legs. Hold on to your thigh, your hamstring, wherever you can hold. Okay, that's your left side here. Now check your left knee. We want the left knee in line with the left shoulder, and we are in reclined pigeon breathing. We are going to be here for a minute, so send breath to your right hip. Envision any kind of stuckness or tension floating out of your hip. As you send warmth and light and breath. Now let's go ahead and take the left leg up, point, and flex that left foot very intentionally. And then circle the left ankle one direction and the other. Release, unwind 2 feet to the mat. Let your knees open and close. Little butterfly wings here. Coming back to center, we go other side. Left ankle across the right thigh. Flex your left foot. Draw the legs in. Press your left knee away. Put your left hand through your legs. Hold on to your right leg somewhere. Right knee is in line with the right shoulder. And we will be here for a minute, so send breath to your left hip. Just let it melt open. And slowly release as you unwind the legs 2 feet to the mat. Gently open and close those knees. And I see we forgot to do something, so let's come back into our pigeon and raise the right leg and point and flex. And circle the ankle one direction and the other. And then release, unwind 2 feet to the earth and open and close little butterfly wings here. That's better. Okay, now we're even. All right, so let's go ahead and take the feet, the legs to touch, arms out by your side, and gentle swaying of the knees side to side. Super gentle. Turn your head opposite the knees. And then come back to center. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. Keeping your arms long, extend through the fingers, extend and wiggle them into a gentle fist. Extend, you can feel the energy go all the way up your arm to your shoulders and wiggle them into a gentle fist. One more time, extend, wiggle into a gentle fist, and then rotate the wrists one direction and the other. All right, bring your hands down and let's start to scan the body. So you do you. Look around your body, see what needs to happen. Maybe draw your knees in and rock side to side. Give the spine a little massage. And do anything else, any kind of repositioning, any kind of final movements that your body is requesting. And then start to look for your final relaxation position for today. What's feeling good to you? Is it legs straight, knees bent, calves on a chair, feet on the wall? Final relaxation. When you're feeling settled, inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. Feel your whole body resting on the earth, and now we just let the earth do all the work supporting us as we just be in final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your inhale, stretch your arms and legs long. As you exhale, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And very gently back to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.